I just know my skills, Joe. I work so hard. I work so hard for this one. I was knowing always that one day I will become a UFC world champion.
You won't believe what went down between Ilia Topuria and Khabib. Dana White had to intervene. Will this incident lead to a future fight between Ilia Topuria and Khabib? Fans are eager to see how this altercation will affect Ilia Topuria's performance in his upcoming fight. The story starts with Ilia Topuria, also known as El Matador, whose meteoric rise in the UFC has captivated fans. Known for his sharp striking and a 100% finish rate in many of his victories, Topuria has proven himself to be one of the most exciting fighters on the roster. But this time, he's made headlines not for a highlight reel knockout, but for throwing verbal punches at one of MMA's most respected figures, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib Nurmagomedov is a name that stands tall in the world of MMA. As a former UFC lightweight champion, he retired with an undefeated record of 29-0, a feat that has cemented his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of all time. His mastery of grappling made him nearly unbeatable, allowing him to dominate elite opponents like Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje. Since stepping away from competition in 2020 after the tragic loss of his father, Khabib has taken on a new role as a coach and mentor. Under his guidance, fighters like his cousin Umar Nurmagomedov and reigning lightweight champion Islam Makhachev have risen to prominence, showing that Khabib's influence extends beyond his own career. Despite his retirement, Khabib has not faded from public attention. Just this week, the MMA world erupted in debate when Ilia Topuria made bold comments about him during an interview with Setanta Sports Georgia. Topuria, known for his fiery confidence, addressed a hypothetical fight between Umar Nurmagomedov and his close friend, Merab Dvalishvili. He dismissed Khabib's coaching abilities, claiming that no advice or strategy from Khabib would be enough for Umar to handle Merab's relentless style. Topuria didn't stop there. He took his statements further, calling out Khabib directly and suggesting he could have beaten him both in his prime and now. These bold remarks have ignited controversy, with fans questioning whether Topuria is simply confident or overestimating himself. However, Topuria didn't stop there. He declared Khabib as his dream opponent, saying he believes he could defeat the undefeated legend both at the peak of Khabib's career and now even in retirement. This bold claim sent shockwaves through the MMA community, with fans and fighters alike questioning whether this was confidence or simply a publicity stunt. Khabib Nurmagomedov, well known for his calm and composed attitude both inside and outside the octagon, chose to address Ilia Topuria's bold comments during a recent podcast interview. True to his character, Khabib didn't directly engage in a war of words with Topuria. Instead, his response was a subtle yet powerful reminder of why he is regarded as one of the most dominant figures in MMA history. Khabib explained that his decision to retire in 2020 wasn't because of age or declining skill, but due to the passing of his father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, who was not just his father, but also his lifelong coach and mentor. "Even now, I believe I can beat anybody in the world," Khabib said during the podcast. "I retired because my father passed away, not because I couldn't compete. If I wanted, I could still be the UFC champion." These words were not only a testament to Khabib's confidence, but also a reminder of the discipline and mindset that brought him to the top of the sport. This statement resonated deeply with fans, many of whom see Khabib as more than just an athlete. He represents hard work, respect, and unmatched dominance in a sport often filled with drama and ego. Yet, even with Khabib's composed response, the tension between him and Topuria only seemed to grow. Media outlets and fans couldn't stop discussing the potential rivalry, proving that even in retirement, Khabib's name carries immense weight in the world of MMA. However, what makes this situation unique is Khabib's retired status. While a direct fight between Khabib and Topuria seems unlikely, the feud has raised questions about Khabib's potential return to the octagon. Could Topuria's words be enough to bring the Eagle back for one last flight? To truly understand why this rivalry has captured so much attention, it's essential to break down the unique fighting styles of Khabib Nurmagomedov and Ilia Topuria. Khabib is a master of grappling, often compared to a boa constrictor. Once he grabs hold of an opponent, it's nearly impossible to escape. His ground control, relentless pressure, and submission skills have overwhelmed even the most skilled fighters. Throughout his undefeated career, opponents knew what Khabib's strategy would be, yet none could stop it. His ability to dominate on the ground made him one of the most feared and respected fighters in MMA history. On the other hand, Ilia Topuria brings a completely different style to the table. Known for his striking, Topuria's punches are like a sniper rifle, sharp, precise, and devastating. His ability to land powerful shots and finish fights has earned him a reputation as one of the UFC's most dangerous stand-up fighters. This difference in styles has created endless debates among fans. Some argue that Khabib grappling would easily neutralize Topuria's striking, while others believe that Topuria's speed and knockout power could counter Khabib's control. Rivalries built on such contrasting styles often create the most excitement. The UFC has seen similar high-stakes showdowns in the past, such as McGregor versus Khabib or Diaz versus Masvidal, where personal tension added to the spectacle. Whether this new rivalry will reach such heights remains unclear, but the anticipation it's generating certainly feels familiar to those iconic moments in UFC history. Fans have been buzzing across social media platforms, debating every aspect of this confrontation. Some are siding with Khabib, respecting his legacy and dominance, while others are rallying behind Topuria for his fearless attitude. Fighters, fans, and analysts will be watching closely to see how it unfolds. At its core, this story is about more than just MMA. It's a clash of legacies, ambitions, and philosophies. Khabib represents the old guard, a fighter who has nothing left to prove but still commands immense respect. Topuria, on the other hand, symbolizes the hunger of the next generation, unafraid to challenge the icons of the sport. As UFC 311 approaches, the MMA world is holding its breath. Khabib might respond further to Topuria's comments, and Dana White could potentially set up a fight between Topuria and one of Khabib's protégés. Or is this all part of a larger promotional strategy to keep fans engaged? One thing is certain, this rivalry has added a new layer of excitement to UFC 311. As the event draws closer, fans will be glued to every update, waiting to see how this story unfolds. Could this lead to a historic fight? Or is it simply a war of words? Don't miss a second of the action. Stay tuned to find out what happens next. And here's a question for viewers. Whose side are you on? Ilia Topuria's or Khabib Nurmagomedov? Share your thoughts in the comments and let the debate begin. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.